All right, guys, welcome back. Let's get into it. Um, let's hit the case board a little bit. Waken the
Don't need to
clicker.
go over all this again.
Wake is Scratch, or Scratch has taken over Wake. Scratch tried to take the clicker. Has Scratch been pretending to be Wake this whole time? Where is the real Alan Wake? Could be that's still the real Alan Wake. It's two more for that. Fact or fiction? Still can't do these yet. What is this again? FBC file linking cult activity to Wake. Who's involved? There we go. Goal.
The dark presence is vulnerable against bright light. At least that makes sense. That's all the stashes. These people were well prepared.
They were trying to stop Scratch, so they're not necessarily bad. Sorry. I turned away again. Hopefully that didn't destroy your ears. Alright, let's place the last one. Okay, we've completed all of them. Stashes, nursery rhymes, and lunch boxes. All collectibles complete. Sweet.
Scratch's Wake's
Oh, now
double.
it's a save
He
room.
tricked us. He almost got the clicker from me. The whole plan has gone out the window. How could we get this so wrong?
Textbook boondoggle.
You said it, Anderson. It's a shit show. So what's the plan?
Scratch pretended to be Wake to trick us.
He almost won me over. I should have trusted my gut. Had a bad feeling about him when we found him at the lake. When that insane monster cloud came at me in the woods, I saw a face inside it.
Whose is it?
Wake's.
Oh, fuck.
I think he was always a monster. Always Scratch.
Scratch was pretending to be Wake. Manipulating me. What does he want from me? No. I'm in control here. It's my mind place. He's powerful. Too powerful. Just his presence here makes me feel sick. Like a wave of terror through my head. I feel his single-minded drive to get the clicker.
Oh, we got one for Casey and Wake.
I can tell something is wrong. What's happening to Casey?
I'm a goner. Swell. A shadow crawling under my
Oh,
skin.
no.
In my head. Call my ex. Tell her I'm Sorry. Terminal case, Casey.
Something is wrong with him. He's hurt worse than he says. He's scared. I assumed Wake escaped the dark place. Is it possible he's still there?
The Big Apple in an ocean of darkness. Gone diving. Note from my editor. You're using the wrong tense. Trapped in a loop. My friends will meet him when I'm gone.
Wake is still trapped in the dark place. Maybe he always was. The FBC usually handles stuff like this, right? Any thoughts?
Hold up. You brought a paranatural object in here without telling me and then almost handed it over to a hostile entity?
I didn't know if I could trust you. That was a mistake. So was believing Scratch. But it's not too late. I just need to understand more.
You got that right. Let's start acting like we're on the same side, yeah?
The horror story's changing reality. It made it so my daughter died here, even though she's supposed to be
Excuse
back
me,
home
that
in
was a
Virginia.
big ass burp. Apologize.
Do you know if that's...
AWEs are localized distortions of reality. The area outside town might not be affected. Sometimes they expand, sometimes they fizzle out. If we can make sure it's the latter, your kid might be fine.
The whole thing is a nightmare. I can't let my family be torn apart.
Having family isn't easy in this line of work. The late nights, travel, alternate realities threatening their existence.
I don't know what...
My ex-wife couldn't take it.
Karen, you're better off without her. I know I am.
What was I saying? I don't know what's gonna play out. Because I thought we get the clicker to Wake and something to happen, but it turns out that my original theory was right, that it was actually Scratch. So I don't know what direction or where we go from here, other than, you know, we have that key for that lighthouse, but I think that's just optional shit because it was in a stash box. But whatever happens to Saga at the end of this, if she does survive, I think she might join the FBC because her skill, her mind space would be insanely useful to these regular people working at the FBC.
So tell me what I'm missing. The FBC must know something.
Good news, we have Bureau intel on all of this. Bad news, it's highly classified. Good news, consider yourself deputized into the Federal Bureau of Control. Here's a key to the cell where we keep the files. Happy reading.
Okay.
All right, I'm an
Thanks.
FBC agent now.
Go team.
Well, never mind. No waiting till the end of the game to find out. We are FBC now. Let's make a manual save. It's one hell of an initiation. Can I leave, or do I have to examine those files right now? Wait. Can I talk to these people?
This is the kind of case
Anybody seen one I like emotionals about? Who knows?
I'll know if it turns me around.
Favorite.
Okay, I can. There's a manuscript page by my car. Well, given that Scratch is out, here it is. Given that Scratch is out and it's also night, oh my god, getting to that night, the lighthouse in night is gonna be probably a pain in the ass.
After getting his hands on the FBC files, Ilmo Koskelen knew what he was up against. He masterminded the cult, his and Yako's army, to fight the fucked up horror lurking under the lake, and a plan to keep those feds in their bunker by the lake in the dark. Outsiders would only screw things up. The Koskelists sabotaged the FBC's monitoring station and rigged it to alert them when something was brewing at the lake. One time months later, when the alarm rang, they drove to the lake again, ready for a fight. But this time, they didn't find any monsters. Something else washed ashore. The light switch. They'd read how Wake had stopped Jagger with it in the stolen files. From that point on, whenever the cult caught someone taken over by the Shadow, they cut out the monster's heart, pushed the switch into the hole, and flicked it.
Watery. Alright, let's go find out what the hell's in this lighthouse. Please be something good. At least there's a safe point, like, right next to it. A break room. Let's get a quick save here.
And now, the sheriff's station? Did you hear?
Hear what?
Apparently, they locked up that crime writer, you know, the one who disappeared in Bright Falls years ago. And then they find him, and boom, all hell breaks loose.
Big city folk, the FBI, famous writers. Ugh, they're all bad luck if you ask me.
Alright, our mission plan is, after we examine the files, we'll switch back to Alan and, depending on what his objectives say, if it says progress Saga story more, we'll switch back, but if it doesn't, a way up to Parliament Tower, I guess, should open. Wish we could pet the dog again. I don't like this. Why is she just standing out here in the dark by herself? I'd be terrified as shit. Look how dark this bitch is without a flashlight. You wouldn't catch me out here at night. Guess I was wrong. I thought there'd be more taken out. I know there are going to be some up here. There always is. But if we can just run past them and get inside, we should be good. And there are no taken. Okay. You know, it'd be cool if we could go in here and turn the light on. Shut this door behind us. Get rid of this. Take that.
This has got to be an Ilmo idea.
Oh, a giant light source. Fucking light death ray. That would have been sick if he actually had it working. Satellite dish, shadow monster, light ray 3000. Generators. Mirrors, draw light from the main light thing. I mean, it's actually a pretty smart idea given the circumstances of everything going on. Definitely would have took Definitely would have took a lot of power. Wait, what the fuck? Oh. Nice. There is no... How the fuck do you... They sealed the entrance to the lighthouse? Like they bricked it up? Maybe if I... Worth a try. Oh, there's also... I'll take that. And let's pick up the manuscript. There's two. I see one on the floor.
They're too old to fight monsters. The torchbearers are done. We need something new. Ilmo took a long drag from the joint and handed it to his brother. They've been drinking and smoking all night. That thing from the lake was not a man, and the government's trying to hide it. Ilmo gestured at the files they had stolen from the research station. The strange seal with an upside-down pyramid. The Federal Bureau of Control. We need to keep the feds away. Deal with this our way. We need an army of our own. Yako smiled. He loved to watch his brother come up with his ideas. Ilmo's gaze swam. It was seeing double.
Yako's dead now.
The pyramid on the folder was a spruce
I mean,
tree.
I hope he's not,
A tree,
but pretty
a
sure
fucking tree. It was a sign.
that boy got
We'll make the woods
crushed.
scary again. So fucking scary, no one will set foot in them at night. That's how we'll keep people safe. We'll be a legend. We are the cult of the tree, and we watch in the night. We're gonna need scary masks. Energized, Yako chugged a bottle of Ama beer in one go. Ilmo Koskela jolted awake from a nightmare. He was drenched in sweat. In the dream, he'd been covered in blood, gleefully murdering people, his friends. When his twin brother had tried to talk sense into him, he had murdered Yako as well. Ilmo slammed his fist into his temple so hard it hurt. The dream made him feel sick. The dark force of the lake was growing stronger. It was trying to make Ilmo and Yako something they were not. Trying to turn them into Ilmari and Yakopi Huatari from the early days of Watery. But they were the Koskela brothers. Their mother had not raised them to become murderers. They had backbone, they had honor, they had finished Zissou. Something bad was coming. The hidden device they had hooked to the FBC station had been intercepting alarms like crazy the past few days. Ilmo would make sure his cult was ready for war. Out in the night, the story seeking to give birth to an overlap in Watery drifted on, looking for another pair of men more prone to corruption.
Guess that's it. I kind of wish we got to go up top. Hold on, what the hell was that? Screwdriver. We already opened that. This map be bugging sometimes. Alright, it was good coming here because we got that inventory space, but I'm out. Get back to our car and head back to Bright Falls and go back to the sheriff office and look at those files. And maybe we can talk to Ilmo. I've been calling him Emo this whole time. It's Ilmo. Even though I've heard his name like a million times since the beginning of the game, I still call him Emo. And I called Yako Jacko. Ilmo and Yako.
Some real strange news, I hear.
Best to keep your head down and mind your own business.
I suppose you're right. As long as they don't come and disturb our sauna nights, we'll be fine.
You guys should consider getting lights over here. Rose went missing as well. See if she's back at the diner. No.
I really like the diner at night.
Still locked?
It's not opening.
I know what you mean.
Alright, time to go read those files.
I'm still seeing spots from those lights. What the heck was that about?
Can anybody see inside? Are they still... Every time something exciting...
You see these nuts. Shh. Is that Yulmo? Oh, they let him out. Well, I mean, they technically weren't.
I'm sorry about your brother, Ilmo.
Yako was all heart. He always went along with my ideas, no matter how stupid they were. Always happy to help. I got carried away. I never think things through. It's my fault.
I realize it's a bad time. But I need you to tell me everything about the cult of the tree.
The cult is my craziest idea that ever worked. Look, what kind of a cult calls themselves a cult? Exactly. We protect water in Bright Falls. We're the good guys. A secret neighborhood watch. Well, that was the idea anyways. Look, we've always known about the horror inside the lake. When any Taken come out, we kill them.
You don't turn people into Taken. You kill the ones who already have.
Yeah, kind of. We figured that out from the clues. I mean, I did.
How long has the cult been around for?
Certain folks around here have always known about Cauldron Lake. Before us, it was the Torchbearers. And when I inherited the mission, I wanted to call it a cult. It was genius. Just the name did half the work. Made people too scared to go into the woods at night. Business 101. Fear.
Until the out-of-towner couple came and fucked everything up. Because that's really what happened. They fucked everything up. If they didn't show up that night, they would have killed Nightingale, and odds are maybe Alan would have washed up, or Scratch, I mean, would have washed up, and they probably would have sacrificed him. But that, you know, Scratch, the Dark Presence, is a lot more powerful, so maybe them trying to put the clicker in him and hit the switch probably wouldn't have went as smooth as the other Taken.
You were trying to kill Alan Wake. Why?
Nothing good has ever come out of Cauldron Lake. The nightmare that hit Bright Falls in 2010 was all because of his writing. And ever since then, pages of his stories are floating up from the lake, and monsters keep popping out. It's all him, Wake. And if we don't stop him, no one will.
Wake's evil doppelganger Scratch is the threat we're facing, not Wake. And I will stop him.
I've never heard of anyone called Scratch.
Okay. Damn, man, I'm really sorry about your brother, Yako. I really, really am. Okay, let's look at the... Oops, didn't mean to do that.
Wake is trapped in the dark place. He's been reaching out, communicating with me in the overlaps. The cult of the tree is just the Costello brothers' slightly misguided solution to the Taken problem.
Damn. Rest in peace, Yako. Even though the case is closed, we're still missing quite a few. 1, 3. 1, 1. One, two. I wonder if we went back to Valhalla with the keychain, would we find any more missing pages? Also, there's that locked room. I wonder if that's open, since we did the stuff with Alan. There's a conversation here. With who? AC.
You really don't remember Logan living in Virginia with me and David?
I remember you and David having problems. You needed a break. You and Logan moved to Watery and then Logan, well, that awful thing happened. After you came back to work, I thought you'd be the perfect partner for this case, if you were willing to return to the area.
Okay. That's enough. The story is changing your memories. What you're remembering is fiction. Logan is alive. I'm not divorced. We never moved here. I remember the truth.
No. Wake or Scratch, whoever that was, said the story could be used to attack us. We all need to question what's real. With that said, how do we know the story isn't giving you false hope?
I can't convince them. I just need to change the story.
ex's favorite.
Why are we not addressing the fact that we profiled Casey and saw that it sounds like he's dying? Or like he's being consumed by the shadow. Why are we not addressing that? Okay.
The lake is a gateway to the dark place.
Yeah, we already knew that from the first game. This is new for Saga, though. At approximately 1900 hours on 13th of September 2023, readings from a remote surveillance unit monitoring Cauldron Lake, a known threshold to what researchers theorize is the origin dimension of A40, the shadow past acceptable limits. Attempts to contact FBC research facility WA03, codenamed the Lake House, were unsuccessful. On-site event verification is not possible. Response procedures are initiated with immediate effect. Lead agent K. Estevez will mobilize investigation unit beta from the remote operations site at Redacted. All available shadow-specific equipment, Lot 411B, has been approved for use in the field. Objectives: to confirm and activate event. If an active AWE is occurring, the dispatch team will identify its nature and severity, limit exposure, and attempt to contain or neutralize the source. If no event is active, check monitoring equipment, performing a limited profile sweep of the area, and check status of the lake house and its staff. Additional information: relevant operatives in the area include the Cult of the Tree Redacted and Alan Wake. Cult of the Tree Redacted and Alan Wake. Currently missing. Is Redacted us? All the operatives in the area include the Cult of the Tree Redacted and Alan Wake. We know the Cult of the Tree are the brothers, obviously Alan, and I'm assuming Redacted is us. Before we read the rest of files, I'm gonna wrap it up here, and I will see you guys in the next part.